Chinchin business is a profitable business, and now more than ever it's become less stressful to produce because there are factories that can help you mix, cut and fry this chinchin. And whether you are packaging and selling for high-end customers or you are selling to the mass market, there's an audience for everyone. Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for all of your love, your kind comments and everything that you've shown so far. This past week has been amazing. We hit 1K subscribers, guys. I feel so proud of myself. Like, the results are amazing and thanks to you. So keep showing me love, kindly share my videos so that's the only thing you can do to support me for now. Just share my videos, drop a heart, just do everything to support me. Like, that's the only thing for now. Subscribe to my channel. If you are new, subscribe to my channel. And if you're an OG here, thank you. So today I'm going to be sharing a video in continuation of the series that I started 2 weeks ago. So businesses that you can start from the comfort of your home with very little capital. I'm talking about 20K, $15 thereabouts. So I'm going to be sharing a Chinchin recipe today, like the one you can sell, that is cost effective. You can start small, start packaging it small. Before you know, you turn to mini me. So let's get right into today's video. For this recipe, I'm going to be using flour. I've already sieved this flour. It's 1 kg, margarine, egg, sugar, milk flavor. So this is milk flavor. It's a bit cost effective, but you can switch it up and use real milk. I'm going to be using baking powder, nutmeg, vanilla flavor and water. I would advise that you don't skip any part of this video because I'm going to be doing like a 2-in-1 recipe, so for commercial purpose and for personal use at home. So I'll remove part of the recipe, I'll add something, and if you watch it like everything, you're really going to understand it and you're going to be having like 2 recipes in one. I'll add the dry ingredients together now. That's the sugar, this is milk flavor. This milk flavor gives it flavor and it gives it this milky taste. The nutmeg, you can use the whole one, that's the seed. You grate it. 1 seed is okay, 1 medium-sized seed is okay. Or if you are using the powdered one, you can you use 1 TSP. And I would like to point out something that you guys should try and get measuring spoon and measuring cups, because over here we don't do basic, we measure accurately. So these measuring spoons and cups are quite affordable. You can get it at any baking store around you. Even if you are not in Nigeria, get to any baking store and grab one. I'll mix the dry ingredients together. I forgot to add baking powder. I'm going to be adding that now. 2 TSP of baking powder. I use this brand. It's a double action baking powder and it works super fine. Next up, I would be adding the margarine. I would mix the margarine together with the flour to form like a crumb-like texture. Once that is done, now I'm adding the eggs. If you want your chinchin to be dry and crunchy, use 1 egg instead of 2 eggs and reduce your margarine by 50 grams. So 200 grams of margarine and 1 egg. But if you want it to be soft, you can use 2 eggs and 250 grams of margarine. I'll use 1 cup of water and then I'll add vanilla flavor. I'll give everything a good mix until I have a smooth dough. Now, chinchin production is a very tedious task to do, from sourcing for ingredients to mixing to kneading to rolling and cutting and then frying. That's a very tedious work. There are businesses that help you do all of these things at a very good price that you would now factor into your cost of production. So they help you do the mixing, the cutting, and even the frying. So all you are left with is just to package your products. In my locality here in Lagos, Nigeria, I've seen places where they help you mix and cut from 2,000 naira. That's about 5 kg of flour. That's 2 pints. Yes, they cut it for 2,000 naira and then you can go home to fry. So all of those tedious parts have been done. They can even fry it for you at an additional cost. So all you need to do is find them and locate them. Let them do all of these stressful parts for you. But if you cannot find them yet, I'll show you what to do. Now I'm going to be rolling out this dough. with rolling pin. If you don't have rolling pin, don't worry, you can use any wine bottle in your house. You can use a knife, but I'm going to be using a wheel cutter or a pizza cutter, as the case may be. This is flour for dusting my workspace, so it's going to make everything easy. If you don't have all of this equipment at home, don't panic, just use whatever you have at home, improvise, get the job done, right? So now I'm going to knead it until it is flat. I have enough flour on my work surface. This is to ensure that my dough doesn't get stuck to the work surface. Now I'm done rolling out the first batch. You can see the thickness that I have. It's not too thin and it's not too thick. I'm going to cut them and place them in this tray. Once I'm done, I'm going to dust the tray with flour. This is all in a bit to make sure that the chin does not get stuck before I start frying. I'll be cutting it into 3 different shapes: square, rectangle, and the long one. So even if you are taking your work to the factory where they process it, they would ask you for the kind of shape you want, so you can cut any shape of your choice. Now I'm cutting the long one, so all I just need to do is cut it, make sure it's tiny, and then I cut it vertically and horizontally. Then I get my shape. Then make sure that you have enough flour on your work surface, not too much, just something that will make your chin come off easily. So you can see that it's really coming off the work surface easily. So here I'm cutting the rectangular shaped chin. Same procedure. You use your eye to measure it and then just cut away with sufficient flour on your work surface and on your dough. Then you're good to go. Now that everything has been cut into different shapes, it's time to fry. Before you fry, you can put onion in your oil and then make sure that the oil is hot enough, and then you pour in. Immediately you pour in, make sure you stir it so that they don't glue together. And before you know it, they start frying, they start coming up from the oil. So you can see they are coming up, they are leaving it down and coming up. You make sure you keep stirring so that you don't have some parts that are burnt and some parts that are not burnt. So you can see it's getting fried and it's getting ready. And once you notice that you're having a golden brown color, please get ready to pack it, because if you do not pack it and you let it get brown while on fire, it's going to be burnt when it's cold, because as it gets cold, it's going to be getting darker. So once it has this kind of color, please start packing. If this is your first time here, welcome. We're a family here, and every week I share new videos on cake recipes, tips and hacks, and I also share business ideas that you can start from the comfort of your home. Please subscribe to my channel and make sure you turn on post notification so that when I share new videos, you'll be the first to see them. I'll do the same for the long ones as well. The oil is hot enough. I'll spread my chinchin inside the oil, and immediately I do that, I'm going to use the spoon to turn it so that I don't have some that are already burning while some are not frying. So it has to be evenly fried. So once I notice that the color is changing, I'm preparing to pack them off the oil. So you have to be attentive. It's not that the one that you'll be frying and you will now leave. No, you have to be very attentive. If you are making a larger batch, please use a bigger frying pan, a bigger spoon, and everything big so that you'll be able to pack it off the heat quickly. The last batch of the square is almost ready, and I'm going to pack it off the heat as well. Now moving on, I'm going to be talking about packaging materials. So this is what 1 kg of Chinchin gave me. Can you see that? And I'm going to be talking about packaging items now. These are some of the things you can use to package your Chinchin. The barest minimum is this nylon. Like these ones are easily, you can easily access them in markets. Like they are quite affordable, and the Chinchin you're going to pack in this will be small, and you'll be able to sell them at a very affordable price. Now, this is another kind of packaging. You can see a small container. This one is a bit expensive, more expensive than the nylon. You can use this one. There are smaller sizes, there are bigger sizes. So once you cover them, you can now use a sealing nylon to cover it, and then use a heat gun to glue it together. Then there are some transparent containers, this kind of paint bucket. This is paint bucket. There are some transparent ones that you can use to pack your Chinchin as well. Then there are these posh ones that most cakery likes to use. So if I'm the one marketing or branding my Chinchin, I would use something like this because my kind of audience are high-end audience. So I would prefer to use something that is cool for them. Even if it's a bigger jar, I would use something like this. These containers are quite expensive, and it will add to my operational cost and the cost of the product in the end. But our audiences are different. So depending on the audience that you want to serve, you can go for the nylon. There are some other pouches too. Pouches that they use for small shops, or they use for chips and all of those stuff. So you can use those ones too. But bear in mind that it's going to add to the end result of your costing. So keep that in mind. Branding makes your products stand out wherever they are. That's where stickers come in. So depending on the sizes of containers you're using, for instance, I can use this big sticker for the paint bucket, and the smaller ones I can use them for this kind of containers and the other one as well. So I can put it beside the containers, or even on top of the container. So however I want to brand, and however you choose to brand, you can go ahead with it. Meanwhile, for these smaller containers, packages rather, because you're serving the mass market, you really need to be careful of whatever goes in to your cost of production. So instead of using stickers for each of these nylons, you can use one sticker for a pack. So you're not going to be selling one, you're going to be selling maybe a pack of 24 or 12. So instead of using sticker for one, you use the sticker for like a pack. You understand? So now let's move on to packing our Chinchin. I'm packing it into different jars so that you see the beauty of the Chinchin in different packaging materials. So here is the beauty in these two different jars. You can see the difference and the beauty. The people that will be attracted to each one of them are already being attracted to it. And now moving on to packing it into the nylons. With this nylon, you can use a sealing machine or a stapler. But note that whatever you have at the moment, start with it. Don't procrastinate. Now see the differences between all of these packaging materials. We've not even added stickers, and you can see that customers are going to be attracted to each of them differently. So no matter how you package your products, you are definitely going to attract a particular set of audience, and they would definitely buy from you. So let's measure out if 1 kg of Chinchin will produce one paint. Nope, it did not produce one paint, but this is what it produced. 1 kg of flour did this. Come to the end of today's video, and I hope you take an action. Like I always say, start now, start small, dream big. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.